Coach, you guys pull off the series split with an exciting 7-6 win. Exciting for the fans, but perhaps a little bit frustrating with as much back and forth as it went.
Yeah, I believe yesterday, last night I said we wanted a much tighter game, and I guess we decided to not do that. Went the other way. So, yeah, I thought there was more good things. Like there were some things that we did better than yesterday, but the Achilles heel of our game continues to rear its ugly head. And if we need to learn it again, I guess we'll need to learn it again. So always nice to put 7 goals up on the board, but you know, in the ranking wise, you lose a game and you tie a game in your first weekend back. So that's a great hockey team over there. They know their identity. They know how they have to play. We have not learned how to do that consistently yet, and that's why they had the upper hand on us this weekend.
What did you think of your third and fourth line? It seemed like they were getting the team going. Penalty kills ended up getting a shorthanded goal. What did you think of those bottom 6 players?
Yeah, like I don't see it as bottom 6 or top 6 or whatever. I thought Z didn't have a very good first period. He was a little frustrated with himself, but he found his game in the second and third. Had a nice goal. Smitty had a fantastic game yesterday. He was not as good today. He was working hard. Sammy obviously had lots of goals. He was doing some good stuff today, but again, it's not just. And we had 3 defensemen at a time, so it takes a team, it takes a unit, and when you keep getting when you keep putting yourself in the box. I don't care who you're playing; they're gonna capitalize, and that's unfortunately what happened. We did not create enough of our own luck tonight, you go down 5-on-3 with a minute left, and you 8 seconds away from winning a hockey game, and then your goalie gets hurt because we've put ourselves in that situation. The only people we have to blame, hold accountable as ourselves. So I thought Brody was fantastic tonight. So someone that came into the lineup that hasn't played a lot recently, but I can promise you if he's going to continue to play like that, he will be in the lineup.
You had Hogan back from injury and scoring in his first game. What would you like to see from him?
Yeah, I thought he did some good things. There's always a little risk and reward with Addie's game. I thought he could have easily had 2 or 3. I thought for a first game back, he did a lot of good things. He is, and you don't have to worry about him taking, penalties and stuff like that. Like there's a select group of us that continue to shoot ourselves in the foot, and it just can't happen.
Is it a next man up mentality? If say something happens with Ed Coffey, is it just next guy step up?
Yeah, Nerzy came in big. I think he got 1 save. So, but he's so funny. Like he came in and like the way he skates, he's got like a little hop to his step, whatever. Like he was ready to go. So as he said, I said, "Hey, nice win. That's the easiest win I've gotten in a long time." So that is something to giggle at. So and what a hard situation to come into where you still have to kill a penalty for a minute there, to get ourselves back to even strength. Yeah, goalies are weird. He's funny.
So last night, the effort was there for Sam Edwards, but he hit some posts. Passes were a little bit off. Good rebound game here tonight with 4 goals and the game winner.
Yeah, he's one of a few players that you try to coach, you try to tell him to do the right things, but then there is that sliver of his game where you just have to kind of let him do his thing. And I would never have taught anyone or coached anyone to do what he did on the game-winning goal, to come in and toe drag and this, but those try to keep my mouth shut as much as I can at some moments of the game. But like he knew it, that their first goal of the period, that was his guy that slid right behind him on a 4-on-4. It's a man-on-man coverage and goes down, and just an unreal goal. So as I told him, he made up for that and kind of got back to square one there. But and he made some blue line decisions that need to be better. But to be honest, you can live with those if you're working hard and you're doing the right things and you have a good head on your shoulders. It's very difficult to sleep at night when, one, you're not trying to implement the things that that we needed to do to be successful, and then you retaliate, then you take all those penalties. That's where I have zero almost sympathy for the group. Like, you never blame the refs. Like, you have to control the things that are in your control. Do I like some of the calls at the end? No. But does the hockey gods upstairs, they kind of throw everything at you. Again, remember, I'm sure you guys remember like the 3 games that we didn't score a goal for, 8 periods or whatever. Sometimes they make it harder just so you get the point. And I can promise you, when we get on the ice this week, this group is going to know what I'm talking about, because we're not doing that again. And it's the same people that continue to do it. We had 2 power plays taken away from us because we wanted to retaliate after whistles. 2. And I think they scored on one of them. Because we was a 4-on-4, and then we took another penalty, then we're killing, then we're 4-on-3. Like, the only team that can beat us is ourselves. And until we figure that out, we'll look like that. But I sure hope we figure this out sooner than later.
Talk about retaliation. It looked like on one of the power plays you ended up having, there was retaliation from the other side. I believe you guys capitalized on that power play. Is that something you can show the team and say, look, guys, if you don't do this, this could be the outcome?
You would think, because I think the one you're referring to, Whitey got hit behind and just gets cross-checked right to the head or whatever, and they he and others are accustomed to maybe throwing some punches after that. He restrains himself. Like I told the guys in between the second and the third period, unless you get decapitated, I expect no one to do anything silly. And we had a nice holding penalty, and then we wanted to maybe say some mean things to the refs throughout the period that then caused us to get to a bench minor with about a minute left in the game, which is unfortunate, which is why they were ahead of 5-on-3 to end the game and score with 8 seconds left to tie it up. So Marshy, like it all seems pretty simple to us as coaches and us that have played it before. But we're not out there doing it anymore. So they need to, as a group, stay out of the box. Play the game between the whistles. Play as hard as you can. Know you're not going to get the calls, but that's okay. Work through it. The hockey gods will help you out in the end. So we will need to learn that, and we will need to move forward and have a much better effort, a much more disciplined effort against Grand Valley next weekend.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Todd.